Welcome back to Out of Bounds. On today's episode, we're talking about a variety of things. We got Drake being the global ambassador to the Toronto Raptors. We got Kawhi Leonard, who's out indefinitely.
You all of you.
And
is that Gilbert
and
Arenas?
Big Ben is behind.
They look like Kevin Durant by the head.
What is okay? Danilo Gallinari is getting a bobblehead.
I like this.
And NFL Conference Championship games.
Let's show, baby.
What are you?
This part of our show?
Do we have anybody that's?
Hey,
what's up? Oh, what the? Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Pierce Simpson. I'm joined here by Complex Sports editor Adam Caparell. Adam, you going to a funeral, brother? Why are you in all black?
I'm from New York. This is the uniform.
That's the on brand. Yeah. Next to Adam Caparell is Gilbert Arenas, who's still looking confused. What? You all right?
Like, how come you motherfuckers get a earpiece and I don't get nothing?
Why would
and I'm the talent.
Oh, that's where we go.
And I got to pull that card. I'm the talent.
Okay.
Well, I don't got my little earpiece in.
Diva Gilbert Arenas is in the building, y'all. Like, we've been doing this for so long, now he wants an earpiece. Fellas, Drake is suddenly getting a bigger role with the Toronto Raptors. I have a problem with this on a variety of different levels, but Drake has been named the Toronto's global ambassador. He reinvented their jerseys. They have a new court. I don't know if y'all saw the black and gold uniforms that they got, but there will be 6 Welcome to Toronto games with an OVO-themed court, Maplewood, outfitted in OVO black and gold. Fellas, with Drake's track record of being a Kentucky fan, a Golden State Warriors fan, all different types of fans, how are we judging his interaction with
I like it. It's a smart move on the organization. I mean, he's the face of the city.
Okay, but
he's the face of Toronto, so it's only right that he's part of the future of the organization.
But he allegedly has Kevin Durant's number and Stephen Curry's number on his left arm.
What does that
got to say? Snipe and gifted?
Yeah, but what does that got to do with anything?
That's a conflict of interest.
No, it's not a conflict of interest.
If you're the global ambassador of an NBA franchise, right, and you have an imposing team's players on your arm, that's
called the recruiting method. I mean, you're talking about one of the biggest things in music, hip hop.
That's fair.
And
whoa. Drake is not recruiting anybody, any free agent to Toronto.
Oof.
Who the hell's going to go to Toronto?
I take
a lot of people.
You think a premier free agent, a la like a KD or Steph, if they ever got in the market, would want to go to Toronto? And Drake would be the one to help get them there.
But I'm saying you never know. But if they do go, they're going for Drake.
No, I mean, they're not going there, period. No one's going to go play in Toronto.
Trust me.
If you were a premier free agent back in your day,
and Drake gonna put me on like a couple features and shit, some videos.
Get the hell out of here.
I might just go.
No way.
Here's what's funny though. He said he gonna go to the Raptors for Drake. Can you imagine that conversation? Yeah. How you go to the Raptors? Drake is hot.
I'm around all these. Rihanna, Eric, Jay-Z.
The Raptors should have demanded that when they signed this deal with Drake that he gets a Raptors tattoo. Because it's absurd that you have more Warriors tattoos on your body than Raptors tattoos.
I mean, it's great for the city that the biggest name in Toronto is part of the organization. So fans are coming, most likely to see Drake.
I mean, it's good for optics, it's cool for merchandise, but the bottom line for the product on the court, it's not going to make the Raptors any better anytime soon.
The coaching staff is not going to make the players are not going to make the Raptors any better.
Well, yeah, but if you need to get better talent, Drake's not going to bring people to
Drake is going to bring it.
No. I mean, the Raptors
just like Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z becoming an agent, they get Kevin Durant, and then everyone else follows because it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, but who did Jay-Z bring to the Nets?
Not the Nets, just his agency.
Talking about Rock Nation, yeah.
As an agency.
Yeah, but Drake's attached to a team in a high-level position, essentially, as an ambassador. Supposed to be bringing, he brings goodwill to the team and obviously gives them its better optics having him associated. But in the grand scheme of things, if you really want to advance the organization and the franchise, wouldn't it be more conducive to get free agents there and attract them?
Free agents.
How's Drake going to do that?
Once you have Drake, then free agents come.
Yeah, but he's been attached to the team now for years.
I guess the silver lining in all this and Drake being more so a global ambassador and getting a larger role with the Toronto Raptors is the Raptors and OVO are pledging $2 million to Canada basketball over 5 years and $1 million to refurbish local courts over 2 years. So they won't get free agents, in my opinion, because of Drake, but at least, they're doing some good for the city.
No, it's good for the city. It's good to revamp courts, but in the grand scheme of things, whatever.
Would you sign with the Raptors back in your heyday?
Yeah.
See,
exactly.
No, you're not signing with the Raptors. You're not paying them extra taxes. You're not. I know you. You're not doing it.
You want to go through customs 41 times a year?
I can't get into Canada because I'm a felon, okay?
All right, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a different issue.
So I wouldn't be going there any goddamn way.
This took a turn quickly.
Right. Keeping it locked into the association, the Spurs announced the other day that Kawhi Leonard is out indefinitely, and maybe that's not such a big deal. So Kawhi's taken the C out indefinitely because of a lingering pain in his quadricep that he dealt with earlier this year. Spurs are 30-16, third in the West, still one of the best teams despite not having their superstar, and they dealt with a bunch of injuries. But LaMarcus Aldridge is balling out like we haven't seen in years, and Poppy has been putting up his best numbers in a long time without Kawhi in the court. So, Gil, you've talked about plenty of times that Pop's system is what allows the Spurs to be so good no matter who's there. But how come we haven't seen LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi really gel together and pop off when they're on court at the same time?
Because, Aldridge came from a system where he was the man. The ball went into him. He played a certain style. So when Pop seen his talent, and got him to the Spurs, it was a bigger adjustment for him trying to adjust to a new system. And that's why him and, Kawhi was, they wasn't bumping heads, but they wasn't on the same page all the time because, Kawhi was there for a while, so he knows the ins and out. Now, with Aldridge being a man again, it's kind of giving him the opportunity to develop who he is.
Yeah. And how long does it take to develop chemistry with, two superstar guys like that? When Aldridge came on a couple seasons ago, didn't have a great first season, talked about wanting to get out of San Antonio, which is crazy. But you want to let Pierce interject right here.
Did he just call LaMarcus Aldridge a superstar? Is that what he did?
Right,
before San Antonio,
right, no, you're right.
Actually, on his way.
I shouldn't. No, you're right. I shouldn't say super.
And you said he's.
No. Let me correct myself.
He was dominant.
He's not a superstar, but a star.
He's a star. He's a star.
A star.
Listen.
He's a star.
LaMarcus and I are from the same city, but star or superstar?
You can call him a star. He's been an all-star.
He's a star.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamal McGlure was an all-star at one point. You're not going to call him a superstar. Come on now. You know that too. So
fine. Two high-level players.
There we go. That's fine.
He made an all-star. He's a star.
Yeah,
he's a star. He's not a superstar. He's a star.
You can call him a star.
It's just so full of it. You put him on the same level with Kawhi Leonard.
No, Kawhi.
No, I'm not, but he's a star. But again, the chemistry. Let's talk about how it takes to get that chemistry together with two high-level NBA players.
It can take a few games. It can take a few years. It just depend on how those two mesh.
Do you think when Kawhi comes back, hopefully at some point down the season, that it fucks the chemistry up right now and kind of veers them off into a different direction, area that Popovich doesn't expect them to go?
No, that's what makes Pop great. He makes people buy into the system. So right now, Aldridge is the dominating force. When Kawhi comes back in, he has to adjust to,
And San Antonio's dealt with a ton of injuries. You've had injuries to Manu, to Tony, to Rudy Gay, and Kawhi now, but it's still 30-16, still third in the West.
That's what I said. They're an old machine. One piece goes out, one piece replace it. Kawhi, two pieces have to replace.
No, they're literally an old machine. Everyone's ancient on that.
But that's what I'm saying. But they know how to play. They know how to get it done. So it's no one's worried about the Spurs.
Yeah. Okay.
Dropping to 7 or 8. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Okay. I can dig it. Moving things back.
I can dig it. 1990.
Hey, with that electric boogaloo jacket you got on. No. About me in 1990.
I thought I was part of the Migos.
That's what you thought? Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I was about to say I can dig it again. Moving things to the NFL. Big Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe behind his offensive coordinator, Todd Haley, not getting his contract renewed. Todd Haley is moving on. His contract expired. Mike Tomlin, head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, said, Todd, we thank you for your services, but you're no longer needed. The Pittsburgh Steelers were upset by the Jacksonville Jaguars this past weekend. Gil, having experience, of course, being a professional player, how much pull does a superstar athlete have in a coach getting let go after the season's over?
They have all the power. That's what people, the power is from that star player. So if the star player is not happy, the organization has to make a choice, the coach or the player.
But Big Ben has been putting up crazy stats under Todd Haley, some of his best career statistics so far under Todd Haley. He threw 5 touchdowns the other day on Sunday. Mm-hmm. If you're doing well and you're playing exceptional, should you just go with it instead of just bickering?
The problem with the franchise player, here the franchise quarterback and the offensive coordinator, they both have different opinions on how they want to win.
Yeah.
So when those start bumping heads, because you got to remember the coach sees something from the sideline, but the player sees it from the court. He's seeing what's going on. So when he's saying this is not working, and they get that back and forth, that's where the frustration comes from.
Right, and quarterbacks coach Randy Fitchner will be promoted to offensive coordinator. Cap, what's your feeling?
So like you said, Roethlisberger is a future Hall of Famer. Are you going to take the future Hall of Famer's word, or are you going to take the offensive coordinator? Like, I mean, who are you siding with? They have a very limited window with Ben. Ben's talked about retiring for the past couple of years, or at least speculating about it. So it's like, yes, you have to adhere to your star quarterback, who's going to be a future Hall of Famer, who's going to be an all-time great, over a offensive coordinator that he's butted heads with for years and years and years. You acquiesce to what Ben wants, let him roll for a couple of years. Hopefully the new guy, or the guy that Ben's been working with, his quarterback coach, can come in seamlessly and make it happen. But the problem with the Steelers is not on offense and Ben Roethlisberger.
It's on defense.
It's on defense. They've been atrocious for the last several years with Tom.
Can't stop anybody. The thing I have with Big Ben and the issue is past two offensive coordinators, Bruce Arians, Todd Haley, both helped him tremendously. They put up great stats. He had issues with both. They were both let go. Bruce Arians went on to be the head coach of Arizona Cardinals. He had immense success. He's an offensive guru. Todd Haley's the same way. Maybe Big Ben is the problem.
I mean, that's just as a player, you see some difference. I remember.
But the organization's always going to side with him no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember in 2004 or 5, we were playing the Chicago Bulls in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. You know, we're the dominant force, but they had they had home court advantage.
Yeah.
They had home court advantage on us. But what happened was we dropped 0-2 against them, and we couldn't stop. You know, in our zone offense, the zone that the coach kept calling was not working. So, you know, preparing for game 3, you know, the coaching staff and the players were just bumping heads. I mean, the first hour of practice was just arguing. You know, the players are arguing, this shit ain't working, call something else. So the coaching staff said, if you motherfuckers know what y'all talking about, you guys want to coach yourselves, do it. And the coaching staff left. So, you know, Brennan was like, all right, this is what we need to do. Jared Jeffries, you're at top. Larry Hughes on the right, Gilbert on the left. Twan, what you do is every time you run out to Luol Deng, he just blows past you.
Yeah.
Make him go baseline. Gilbert, you deny, you know, the ball from swing because they do a pick and roll, he rolls, swing, drive.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do. They don't have anything besides that. So deny Duhan from getting that ball, and he can't give it to Deng. Deng blows by.
And you realize that just by playing on the court experience.
Realize that by playing, and Brendan Haywood seen it, called out because he's the backline defense. So he's seeing what we're not seeing in the front of. We won 4 straight, swept them after that.
Sheesh. And
So a little bit of a turning
The
point.
coaching staff wasn't even
Like a
part of that.
turning point for you guys.
Yeah, it was a turning point. And the coach is like, you know, you guys see something different.
Yeah.
You guys do.
That was one of those, players-only meetings.
Hey,
kind of
right.
action.
It was a players only meeting, but the coaches was like, you know, it was one of those, we'll see, you do it your way, and it worked. You know, but that was the first time, you know, after that playoff series, the coaching staff and the players understood we both want the same thing, but you guys see something different. So we, you know, the lines of communication actually opened up after that.
Yeah. What was the coaching staff's reaction to it actually working?
I'm pretty sure they didn't want it to work.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure they didn't want it to work, but since it did, you know, it was.
They probably wanted you guys to fight each other.
Yeah.
Now
This shit ain't gonna work. Them motherfuckers gonna get blown out by 30.
This might be a tough question. You ever gotten the coach let go?
Me? Nah.
No?
No, I mean, my coaches let me score, so.
So you were fine with it.
GA, 1-4 flat. This shit, coach, good call.
All right.
Good call, coach.
Keeping it with the association, Danilo Gallinari has a bobblehead, and it's either awesome or an abomination. So let's take a look at what the Clippers are going to put out in a few weeks for Danilo. There you go. They're going to have an Italian Heritage Night come January 22nd, next Monday. And the bobblehead giveaway is this for Danilo. And if you guys can take a look at it, we have the Clippers flag planted on top of the Leaning Tower of Pizza, where Danilo is dunking on it. And again, are we saying yay or nay to this bobblehead that may be problematic or hilarious and genius, depending on your point?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if that's racist or not.
Yeah. We've seen much more racist bobbleheads in the past, by the way. But let's talk about this one first.
I don't know how to react.
You put so much thought into this whole little bobblehead.
Yeah. Where is it going? I'm nervous.
You're the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
You have a basketball team.
Yes.
You put more detail into that than your fucking roster.
Hey, they're doing well right now, though.
Like, I mean, but over the, like, come on, like, that bobblehead was stalled out from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, can we put the bobblehead back on the screen? I want to point something out. Danilo's been out for a while. I wonder if that stick up his ass has anything to do with the glute injury.
Lord.
So that's my question. Do they curse Danilo with the bobblehead?
It looks so like they put so much thought into this bobblehead, and I just be like.
But in terms of if anyone anyone calls us a racist bobblehead, and maybe they will just because of all the Italian stuff, around it, we've seen far worse and far more racist bobbleheads. Like, there was one of David Ortiz that came out, I think, in 2016 from the Red Sox that was truly atrocious. We saw James Harden bobblehead that was also horrendous. Like, what is up with these teams getting these bobbleheads?
If a guy is ugly, I'm pretty sure his bobblehead's going to be ugly too. That
you call him Big Papi
I'm
ugly?
just saying you can't change that shit, okay? the one is when the guy is dark, but his bobblehead is light skinned. That's
well, no, they had the problematic, features that were just really, really bad for David Ortiz.
I mean, come on, collecting bobbleheads now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 90s
thing. Like, who's
like your jacket? Bobbleheads are not.
Like, I mean, I loved my bobblehead when it came out because it was actually talking.
Oh, really?
What?
You got a talking bobblehead?
What was it?
You had a talking bobblehead?
Yeah, what was the fucking thing? I used to push the button. Oh, you can double me, you can foul me, you can trap me, but one thing you can't do is you can't stop me.
They gave this out for a game?
Yeah. I'm Gilbert Arenas. I will drive the lane.
Yo.
And it said, and we are the Wizards. And I always, like the first 20 takes, I kept saying, I am the Wizards. And it was like, cut. And I was like, well, shit, I am.
Yeah, you would.
Well, I am.
So you're one of the few guys that was actually happy with your bobblehead.
Yeah, because I was,
Because it was you and you were saying, I am the Wizard.
Yeah, because I kept saying, I am the Wizards.
Yeah.
But I was.
Hilarious.
I was actually the Wizards. And I'm mad that they didn't. That
should have fought harder for that.
I can dig it. Now, this weekend is big in the NFL. It's the Final Four. 4 teams are playing for a chance to get to the Super Bowl. First up, we have the NFC matchup. The Minnesota Vikings coming off the miracle in Minneapolis. They're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly with Nick Foles at quarterback. Of course, Carson Wentz got hurt against the Los Angeles Rams. Cap, who you rolling with in this game?
Dome team going to play outside. Eagles are getting points as the home team.
Yeah.
Also, we saw last week, we talked about earlier this week, Case Keenum threw 1 million jump balls last week. If you're going up against the Philly defense that is great against the run and then can pressure Case Keenum, he's going to throw a ton of jump balls left and right to his receivers.
Yeah.
I see no reason why not to take the Eagles, especially getting 3.5 points at home against, again, a dome team coming outside.
Got our expert NFL analyst. Who you going with in an NFC title game? Look at this face.
No?
No,
You're not feeling that?
Look, I'm going with Brady. I don't give all the little stats y'all read.
You don't care about the other conference.
Look, all the stats y'all read on who y'all think. I'm going with Brady, all right?
We're not even at the AFC
Yeah, we
game
can get there.
yet.
I don't care. I'm going with Brady, all right?
Okay.
All right? Like, I'm going with Brady. The rest of that shit, I don't give a shit who has to go against Brady.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Death, taxes,
Tom Brady.
and Tom Brady for Gilbert.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going. What is?
Yo,
what is? Do we have? Are you knocking who?
Yo.
Who are y'all? Do y'all play with?
Yo, we're in the middle of some guys.
Don't trip, we got you, baby. We
What are y'all right? You're not even erasing anything.
Wow, this
Yo, we got to get to our AFC picks. What's
Okay. Can we get
security.
Yo, what's
security? Like, do we have?
what do we got going?
I don't think we have security.
We don't. We
Yo,
definitely.
Gary, you want to come crack some skulls?
Oh no, damn baby, what is you doing, damn it? You
What
get
is-
us in trouble?
what-
Damn,
Yo, we got to wipe this desk.
This is this.
Damn, we gotta go, baby.
Did he wrote we live, baby? Because we are live.
We are live, and I got Air Jordan.
You got cause for Jordan Marks on the desk right now.
Okay. AFC games. You pick Brady. So I'm trying to. It's a lot going on.
All right. So we're just gonna keep rolling.
I guess so.
Who do you like in the NFC?
NFC. I'm going with Minnesota Vikings. AFC. We know you're going with Brady. Who you going with?
Jaguars +9.
I'm going with Jacksonville as well. It's gonna be Minnesota, Jacksonville, Super Bowl. Minnesota, Jacksonville in the Super Bowl.
Atrocious.
Minnesota
by the
who?
way.
Minnesota and Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. I'm picking the upset Jacksonville in the AFC title game against Brady.
You boy Brady's going down.
I think that interruption just fucked up everything that he
then
was thinking
the
about.
brain waves.
Yeah, it's a lot of voices going on in my ear right now. So many voices. But that wraps up the latest edition of Out of Bounds for Adam Caparel, Gilbert Arenas. I'm Pierce Simpson. We'll see you soon.
You just
He kept telling me to rap it, but it was like echo, and I couldn't hear.
No, but you just try to play like that just didn't happen, and you just kept going on with the show.
That's what they were told me to do.
Fucking instigators over here.
Like, how does
These guys.
security just allow them to come in?
Where did you guys come from?
Oh, we came
Who
from.
let you guys in?
We snuck through the front door. We saw Gilbert walk in.
Oh, y'all was like, hey.
All right.
Past security.
Yeah. This guy invited you?
No, they had an old lady
guy.
at the front door. She just asleep.
This guy was
That is Gilbert Arenas. I thought they said that was Kevin Durant. Yeah.